Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Talisa Ryder. More Aussies will have access to free mental health support under a $1 billion election promise from Labor. The money to be spent building or upgrading more than 100 centres across the country with a focus on specialist care for young people with complex mental health needs.
We know that access to good mental health support is a really important challenge, really significant challenge in the community, but so is affordability. Far too many services in the private market cost too much and are simply beyond the means of many, many households.
Health Minister Mark Butler speaking there. Meantime, Anthony Albanese and Peter Dutton are preparing to face off in a First Leaders debate in Western Sydney tonight. The PM and opposition set to field questions from 100 undecided voters in the battleground area who will determine the winner of the clash. The Australian share market has bounced back after suffering its biggest one-day fall since the pandemic yesterday. Local stocks are on the rise with the ASX opening higher in early trade. It comes after another volatile night, however, on Wall Street amid fears of a global recession triggered by US tariffs. Speaking of tariffs, Donald Trump says he has no plans to backtrack on his decision to impose sweeping tariffs across the globe despite stock markets plunging. He's met with Israel's Prime Minister this morning in a first meeting with a global leader to discuss the new levies. President Trump says many countries are lined up to negotiate.
We're going to get fair deals and good deals with every country, and if we don't, we're going to have nothing to do with them. They're not going to be allowed to participate in the United States.
And it's been revealed the Reserve Bank spent $507,000 of taxpayer money to redesign the $5 note. The RBA confirming staff travelled across the country to meet with First Nations communities as part of the consultation process. The design is still in the development stage. Sport and entertainment are next. In sport, Collingwood is confident it'll be able to cover Jordan De Goey and Lockie Schultz, who have been ruled out of Friday night's clash with Sydney due to injury. Dan Houston is also out on suspension. The Matildas have defeated South Korea 2-0 in front of a record 28,000 fans in Newcastle. Goals from Marie Fowler and Caitlin Torpey inspiring the home side to a comfortable victory. And practice has been suspended at the Masters due to poor weather at Augusta. In entertainment news, Robbie Williams has opened up about his mental health slip earlier this year. The British hitmaker telling the Mirror he struggled after a series of setbacks and devastating family news, but was now feeling a lot better. New pics of King Charles and Queen Camilla have been released to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. The snaps were taken shortly after the royals touched down in Rome ahead of a state visit. And it looks like Madonna and Elton John have ended their feud decades after he slammed her for lip-syncing. The two music icons getting a photo together behind the scenes at Saturday Night Live the other weekend. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast newsroom. We'll have another episode of The Update for you later on.